Going Cade with more muscle. Today we're going to be talking about something interesting. It's not for everyone. If you don't want to learn about health, and this is actually about babies and pregnant mothers, this isn't for you, which is okay. Don't watch it. I don't want to waste your time. But let's get into it. We're going to be talking about cervical insufficiency. Guys, cervical insufficiency is when your cervix, you have premature birth, or you're at risk for premature birth. Premature birth is around 37 weeks of pregnancy or before. So when you have that premature birth, you're putting your baby at risk for neurological problems, physical problems, not developing correctly. One of the weird things is the lungs actually develop the latest, and so you can have a risk for the baby not being able to breathe correctly. So we want to have the baby be born between 37 and 42 weeks. Anything before can be actually very dangerous and harmful. But let's get to it. Cervical insufficiency, guys. So basically what this is the cervix loosens up and the baby comes out early. And that's not something we want. That can cause problems, like I said. Some symptoms include a pelvic pressure, a mild backache, vaginal discharge, bleeding, or a gush of fluid, contractions, pressure, or the urge to push. This can cause a lot of genetic problems. This can cause lots of problems, and this can cause a pregnancy loss. So it's not something you want. What they're going to do if you go into the hospital, what they're going to do is they're going to do a pessary, and this fits in the cervix, or a cervical curtilage, and that's basically when the cervix is stitched closed, and so that baby can stay in there and fully develop. These are usually put in around 12 to 14 weeks and taken out about 36 to 38 weeks. And also they're probably going to do an ultrasound. They're going to look at where the baby's at, and they're going to give you a supplement called progesterone, which will help as well. But honestly, if you're at this point of having premature birth, they might have you be bedbound, and they might have you hydrate, and they want to make sure they want you to not put any extra pressure on that, and they don't want the baby to come out early, because that's going to cause problems. Yeah, so that's about it. I mean, what you really want to do is the things that you can control is eating healthy, and avoid risky substances. Cocaine can harm babies. Alcohol, tobacco, all that stuff all those dangerous drugs can harm babies and cause a risk of this cervical insufficiency. So if you can do that, you can stay healthy. You're gonna have less likely risk of this. One thing you guys can do is just never start eating junk food, never start taking illegal drugs, alcohol, cocaine, all that stuff. If you just never start, you'll never even want it. So I've never really taken any drugs, and I definitely have seen that my life has been a lot better because of that. I've seen a lot of people that have taken drugs, and it's basically like you take a drug and you're off for the next day. You don't even have the same energy as you would. So it's just not a good thing. You're going to get behind in life if you're doing that type of stuff. So just don't even start. That's going to help you a lot. But anyways, guys, this is interesting. It's called cervical insufficiency. It's when the cervix opens up prematurely and the baby can come out early, and that can cause lots of problems. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you like this.